My name is Claudia. I'm one of the tour guides for the Akira Isagawa exhibition here. I'm a textile tragic and I'm a Japanophile, so this was right up my alley. I like to do shibori, which I have some samples of here, and what I'm showing, this rather boring looking stitching will eventually, after being tied up and concertinaed and put in the indigo dye, will end up looking like that, which a lot of people can't fathom how you get from there to there. But I'm happy, if you want to come into the show, I will describe how it all happens for you. I'm a volunteer, of course, and I just like to say, whenever I volunteer for something, I like to just support, show my skills, describe the exhibition. I never think of anything that I might get in return, but I have to say, working here at the Powerhouse and talking to the other makers here in the Maker Studio, often I hardly get any of my stitching done because I'm talking to them, I'm talking to the people who come in. They really want to know everything that's here on display. And I go home, which is a 2-hour train trip each direction. I go home, I have a book to read, but I never look at it. I'm just bursting with ideas that I have gathered. Each and every day is different. And I never expected to be this involved and to have this much excitement personally. I love it.
Hi, I'm Jill. I'm a lace maker here. I've been working here for about 16 years or so. I'm absolutely in love with this little room and its history. In the Lace Study Centre there are 300 of the museum's best examples of handmade lace. We have it from the 1500s up till the present time, and so people can see the traditional, and then they can also see the innovative and the more modern things. What I personally love about lace making is the freedom that it gives you to create things, but it's very easy to do. I can do it in front of television at night. I love designing. I love helping other people learn how to do it. I don't get into the very, very complicated things, but I like being able to wear something I create. But what I want to tell you about is a young boy who came when he was 5, probably 10 years ago, named Jonathan from Annandale. And this is a practice pillow where we teach anybody the first steps in making lace. He came every school holidays for years and years, and when he unwound this 16, 17 years of work, he could pick out every bit that he had done. I had a young girl come in today who was about 8, and I was showing her some of the drawers, and she said, "But how do you make it?" So we sat down at this pillow. She's done 4 rows or so, and she said, "It's just so easy. I thought it was going to be complicated." So you see children's confidence develop when they understand that they're actually just making an off-loom fabric. 2 over 1 twice, and the pin goes under the working pair into a hole, slightly back and slightly out, so you can tension against it. And we've actually used children to show other children how it's done. See, you can do it. How about you show this next kid? And I always give them a little fish, which is the same stitch that they've done, that they can sew in a t-shirt or take it and show other people, I can do this. This is the sort of thing I did at the Powerhouse.
Hi everyone, I'm Chloe, and today I'm so glad to introduce all of you about my 2 short films at Prague Museum. I have presented my huge love for the museum into my footage. I really hope that you will enjoy my films, the museum, as well as the passionate volunteers in the museum. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Isabel Navarro Marote and I am from Spain. I volunteer in the Powerhouse Museum and I make lace. In my normal job, I'm working for Boeing in a helicopter school for defense. So the first time I made lace was in the Powerhouse Museum. I came for a Lego exhibition with my kids and I was wandering around and I came to the Lace Study Center, to this room, and there were volunteers showing you how to make lace. And my husband, who knows me very well, says, "Oh, this looks complicated. You're gonna like it." I like to show the visitors, especially visitors with difficulties like people with disability or with language barriers, how fascinating is the world. I mean, the museum has something for everyone, whether you like, the science of it or whether you like arts. I think it covers many, many people. I remember teaching lace to a 3-year-old. And, sometimes you think, oh, you can show people, and sometimes they don't get it, and you're like, oh my God. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Maybe I should do it, different or whatever. But then this 3-year-old came, and I show him, okay, you have 4 bobbins, and you count 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you move this one this way, and he did it. 3-year-old. And the mother was there, so that just showed the mother how good his brain was in terms of mechanics. It is one of those revelations that he wouldn't have been here, and I wouldn't have been an engineer to explain it to him in such a methodical method, we would never have discovered that. Okay, so this hat is all about this lace. This lace is Hinojosa lace from Spain. Is from one of the poorest regions, Extremadura, in Spain. And so there is a book this woman wrote, Marina Regueiro, and I got the #1 design on that book, and I started to do it just to learn about it. And I started to say, oh, I think I'll make a fascinator. In the second part of the year, there was a hat shop in Sydney who had a competition, and I said, that's right, I can put my lace in this hat. And so finally, they provide the pink materials are them, and then you are allowed to put some of your own materials. And I'm very happy because finally I got to use my lace in a hat, which is what I wanted. In the exhibition that we have for Fashion Now with Jenny and Linda, it is fascinating, the evolution of materials. So if you look at the first dresses they made, there was all wool, and it was cotton, and it was the materials were what was available in the 70s. If you look at the dresses that they're making today, it's completely different. Materials have evolved, techniques have evolved. So you can see that actually that has evolved as well. They were asking me, oh, you're going to find a connection with science, surely. And it's true. The way that Linda and Jenny collaborated is no different as two scientists collaborating to make new discoveries. They feed off each other. They have ideas from each other. And that's how actually science progresses. No different as any creative process.